I have a cat. She wants attention. See if I can get her to get in. Come on. Meow. Yeah, just here. Let me have my notes. Good girl. Give me my notes. You stay right there. You stay right there. Hi guys, Freddie B here. I've got my cat giving me a lot of grief right now. She not letting me do this right now, and it was my fault. And come on, get up here, show everybody who you are. This is her. Huh? Hi guys, happy Friday. Welcome. It's Freddie B here. Happy to see you. I'll tell you what, here's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about beers. Hi guys, it's Freddie. Hi guys, it's Freddie. Hi guys, welcome to Freddie B's. It's good to see you on a Friday, November 6th, 4 days, and we still don't know who's won the election. We may not know forever. We may be in purgatory. Who knows? We may have perpetual court. We don't want that because we sure don't want the Speaker of the House to be become president, do we? I mean, that would be Nancy Pelosi. Yeah, you know. Look, a lot of people don't like Donald Trump, but for God's sakes, I mean, I don't know why this woman is even still elected, other than the fact that, you know. What do we know today? Well, here's what we know. We know that there's maybe a recount in Georgia. We know that in the counting that President Trump lost somewhere around a 400,000 vote lead in Pennsylvania, unbelievably. He also lost a lead in Georgia. He's probably going to win North Carolina. They're probably going to throw that bone his way. And we still don't know about Arizona and Nevada, although a lot of people called it. I think what people are waiting, like the CNNs, the MSNBCs, and the media, is for Fox to give up and to declare Joe Biden the winner. And then they will tumble. But I think Fox is going to hold that bridgehead up, and they're not going to declare anything. Last time an election was thrown into the courts was the Gore, I'll say Albert Gore. Hi, I'm Albert Gore. Him and George Bush in Florida. It was 37 days before we had a solution. So hang in there, be patient. I will tell you this, I think there's some fraud going on. I really do. A couple things that come to mind. I have not heard anybody from the Biden administration say, hey, what about this irregularity or this irregularity? Nobody in the Biden campaign is to question any irregularities whatsoever that would normally happen when both parties are disputing the outcome of an election. And I'm concerned that the reason they're not doing it is because perhaps other irregularities may surface. So that might be it. But the Republicans are not helping themselves at all either. And here's what I mean. I found 3 things that have been published that are wrong. And, you know, and I'll tell you what they are. And then I'll tell you why this does not help. Okay? First of all, hang on, where's my phone? I'm going to get that up so I can bring up what I wanted to bring up. And here's what I wanted to bring up. Give me a second. Thanks for your patience. Because it's somewhere around here that I put it up there. So I will have it. Ah, here we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Here's 3 things. Arizona. Here's 3 things. Arizona. Whether you use a ballpoint pen or a felt tip marker to mark your ballots, it really doesn't matter because they use optical character readers, which is a light. It's like the same light that you see when you make a copy, a photocopy. That's what these voting machines, these readers make. They're optical character readers. I have not been drinking yet. That's why I can't speak. And so what happens, doesn't really make any difference what the ink is. It's not testing for the ink. It doesn't work that way. If you used a yellow felt tip pen or a highlighter, then that would not be read, because if you've ever tried to show a highlighted something and make a copy of it, you know that these optical character readers do not pick up yellow very well or highlighter very well. So I'm pretty sure that that's a false accusation. Okay, so there's a rabbit hole they're running people down. Okay, Why, I don't know. In Wisconsin, you can register to vote right up until the time you vote. So there could be a discrepancy between the number of people on the polls that were on there and the number of votes. Now, it's kind of amazing that in some wards they had maybe 600 people and 1,200 votes. Maybe that should be investigated. But to sit there and say that more votes were cast than there were registered doesn't play well in Wisconsin, because you can just show up and register to vote in Wisconsin right on the day of the election. And then finally, in Michigan, there was a data entry area that somehow put 138,000 votes up there for Biden and 0 for Trump. People caught that, but it was a data entry error. Everybody admits it was a data entry error. They fixed the error and it went away. Now, here's what's funny. You've got these three things that we know are not true. Now, in a lot of this stuff, and you can have a litany of things that may or may not be true, okay? What's more important is what is provable and what is not provable, okay? So think about it. Whether you like it or not, whether you think it's fair, just or not, it's got to be provable. So if there's a fraud that is provable, that's where you need to put your resources. If it's something that's speculative, or you think, or you just have a bad feeling, or you need a coloring book, you know what? You don't chase that rabbit hole. You don't go down that rabbit hole. Find the things that you can. So there may be, and there are conspiratorialists, I'm not one of them, that are maybe throwing all these together so that they can get people to look in the wrong direction. A little misdirection, not a bad idea, works pretty well in football. And here's what I mean. Years and years ago, and I know everybody who's probably listening to has probably gotten this email about how bad the House of Representatives is, and it is, and they want the 28th Amendment, and it says all this thing about the powers they can and cannot do. You know, if the House of Representatives would just take back their legislative powers, I would be happy, and get it away from the Supreme Court, because the Supreme Court is not there to legislate. They are there to adjudicate. The House and the Senate are the people that make the laws. I don't want to go have to chase down every bureaucrat who makes a law that costs me. Remember, America is funded by three things: taxes, fees, and fines. Taxes are Congress, fees are the bureaucrats that Congress puts in charge, and fines, again, are local municipalities and federal municipalities and the judiciary. So be aware of that. There's ways to make money. Anyway, when you have somebody who says, and they state in their email, that a congressperson gets paid 100% of their salary, even after a single term in Congress. So you get elected to Congress for 2 years and then you get defeated. You still get paid 100% of your salary, which right now is about $174,000 a year. That is absolute bullspit. It doesn't happen. That person's not even invested, okay, into the retirement plan. It takes 5 years to get into the federal government's retirement program. So if you're a senator and you last one term, it's a 6-year term, you're vested. So when you get thrown out of office after one time, you will get entitled to whatever that percentage of pension is that comes with 6 years of government service. And that's it. You also, I believe, if you're in Congress or in the Senate or a judge or whatever, you get health care for the rest of your life, for yourself. I don't think it extends to your family. I think it extends to you. That's it. Whereas when you are in office, it extends to you and your family that lives with you. So, so think about that. What can you prove? What can you disprove? The things that you want to look at for fraud are the things that you have absolute 100% feel confident that you can prove. For instance, Detroit's a dead city. A lot of dead people voted in Detroit, So, yeah. But it's not always true. So anyway, that's for politics. So let's go talk about boats. It's the perfect time of year for you to go get a boat. It's the perfect time of year for me to get a boat. I've been looking at a 1988, believe it or not, Pursuit. And I'll tell you why I'd look at a boat that is that old. First of all, it's a Pursuit. Pursuit, probably one of the funnest boat manufacturers. And been around for a long, long time. There are certain old boats I would consider. Hydrosports, Pursuit, Boston Whaler, of course, would be three of them, okay? Even some old, newer but old Centuries and things like that. The old Makos used to be great. I don't know if they're as good as they are now that Bass Pro Shop basically owns them or whatever. I do know Boston Whaler is owned by Brunswick, and they're still a fabulous boat. Have you noticed how expensive the damn things are? It's really, really scary. It's enough to make you go for the bottles. Another BM I love. I prefer bottled beer to draft beer, but that's okay, and it's all right. And babes, I prefer babes to anything. So anyway, I want you to have a great time. Have a great day. We'll talk more. I may have more to say today. I'm not sure. I'm going to edit this down and we'll see. And then, and we'll go from there. Good to see you. I'm going to put this up on YouTube also. So you can visit me at Freddie B channel there. There's a 14,000 Freddie B channels. So if you put in the search engine, My Masters Picks, it should pop up actually. And you'll see me in all my glory sitting there. Great to talk to you. Ta-ta for now. Bye-bye.